It's the international break, and we have AFCON qualifying going down in Africa. And one of the big games on Friday will be Ivory Coast and Zambia. It's underway on Friday with the reigning AFCON winners, Ivory Coast, playing host to Zambia at 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time on September 6th. Let's break down this AFCON qualifying match day one game, make our top Ivory Coast and Zambia predictions and best bets. And if you want more soccer picks during the international break, give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, or become a monthly member for even more soccer picks. Looking at the odds for this game over at Bet365, Ivory Coast, big favorites at -200 playing at home. The draw +290, Zambia +500, over 2.5, even money. The under -125, both teams to score yes, +110, and the no, -150. In qualifying for the last AFCON tournament, both of these teams won at home when they played each other. Ivory Coast 3-1, Zambia 3-0. This matchup has relatively been even if we look at other matchups between them, being 4-1 Ivory Coast, 2-0 Zambia, and then a 1-1 and a 0-0 with the Zambia going on to win in PKs if we go back further back over a few years there. For Ivory Coast, after a slow start in this year's African Cup of Nations, Ivory Coast fired their coach and appointed Emers Fa, and then went all the way to the final and beat Nigeria 2-1 on their home pitch to lift the title. Since that time, they have a 2-2 draw, a 2-1 win, a 1-0 win, and a 0-0 draw, so they've been in pretty good form since winning that AFCON title earlier this year. Overall, they're 14-4-4 in their past 22 games now, also undefeated in 8, and they've scored in 17 of those 22 games. If we switch over to Zambia, the Chipolo Polo Zambia has hit a patch of bad form right now with only 3 wins across their last 16 games, just 1 win in their last 12, and that was a 2-1 friendly win over Malawi. They didn't win any of their AFCON games this year, and between that and the World Cup qualifying and the Cassava Cup, they are now riding a streak of 5 straight losses where they've been outscored by 8 goals to 1. If we look at Ivory Coast Zambia predictions for this game, Zambia has not kept a clean sheet now in 13 games, and away to Ivory Coast, playing in poor form right now. I see that continuing, and the result will likely be a win for Les Elephants over Chipolo Polo, where they should score at least 2 goals as well. So you could go Ivory Coast over 1.5 goals just by themselves to score 2 and not worry about the winner at -138, or to get a little bit better price, Ivory Coast to win and to score over 1.5 goals at -110 odds over at Bet365. I'll make that the best bet in this AFCON qualifying game. What's your best bet in this game? Are we going for Ivory Coast or Zambia? Share your bets down there in the comments, and good luck.